Hi, I'm Shelley Bin, and this is Raiden. We met on day 2 of our Appalachian Trail through hike and ended up hiking the whole thing together. Now we're in New Zealand. We just got married and we're off to explore the country together, hiking and tramping using mostly gear I made for us. Subscribe to come along with us as we explore the great outdoors. Good morning. Raiden and I are off on another adventure. This time we're in Mount Aspiring National Park and we're heading off on the Five Passes Loop, which is a mostly off-trail loop off the Routeburn track, and it's about 56 kilometers long. We're doing it in 4 days and yeah, looking forward to it. Here we are, turning off the Routeburn track onto the Sugarloaf track. It's a pretty steep climb up Sugarloaf track. Just coming through the first of our 5 passes, which is Sugarloaf Pass. And I have to say, already this track is absolutely beautiful. I love looking out at the steep, snowy mountains. It's a little bit swampy though. So we're heading on the Rockburn track up to Theatre Flat and then continuing off trail from there. Looks like it's time to get wet feet. Quite a big drop down into the water too, actually. Good morning. It's a little after 8 on day 2 of our 5 passes trip. Things didn't go exactly to plan yesterday afternoon. Braden took a bit of a slip and pulled some muscles in his shoulder and the recovery of that. And he's completely fine, but we just thought we'd better camp out a little earlier so that if it was bad this morning we could go back rather than pushing forward. So we ended up stopping at Theatre Flat last night, which is where we still are, and today we'll push on further, have quite a big day and see where we get to. We found a lovely little camp spot last night, nestled in the trees. There was no wind and it was fairly warm. Well, warmer than it would have been in the wind. It was still a pretty cold night and it's pretty cold this morning. I got my beanie and my gloves on and my wind pants, and at the moment Raiden's walking in his raincoat and his wind pants and his thermals, but it should warm up once the sun hits the valley, and I think we're not too far off that. We're just making our way up towards Park Pass, which is the second of our 5 passes, and it's been pretty good going this morning so far. I was pretty much expecting for us to be off trail the whole day, but there's actually been quite a lot of marked trail through the bush sections, and now heading up there's a little bit of marked trail. I feel like it's cool. So we're just coming down off Park Pass now. This is the second of our passes. This is originally where we were planning on camping last night, and I'm pretty glad we didn't. It's awfully windy up here, and yeah, really cold. So looking forward to getting down off here nice and quickly into Hidden Valley, and then heading over to the third pass, which is Cow Saddle. We climbed down that through here, and we're just going straight down there somewhere. We've just made it down to Hidden Falls Creek at the bottom of the valley. It was a 600-meter descent, very, very steep all the way down. Slippery, moss-covered rocks and sticks and stuff. But now we just follow this creek upstream until we get to Cow Saddle, which I think shouldn't be too bad. Officially there's no trail here, but I'm walking on a pretty well-defined track, just from people coming through and animal movements in the area, and that makes it much easier than bush bashing. Good morning. We're just setting out on day 3 of our 5 passes loop, and we're continuing our walk up Hidden Falls Creek to Cow Saddle.
keep going that way?
Maybe? Yeah, it might come this way.
Huh?
I said it might come this way. Through here. Yeah. There isn't a marked trail through here at all. We're just finding our way upstream, following a similar route to other people have used, because it's easier walking if you can follow that. Otherwise it results in just bush bashing instead, and that's not quite as much fun. So down there is Cow Saddle, and we're heading up there to Fiery Coal. So we've got a little bit of sidling around the edge of here to do, and then I think it's about a 500-metre climb. We talked to some people this morning who said that it's got cans most of the way, so that's encouraging. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to follow. Coal, which is the next path. It's pretty a few k's down there today, and then the rest of the way and out by ourselves. So not sure how much longer it'll take us downhill through here and then through the valley, but we've still got a decent distance to go. It's a little bit hard to see the scale, but we came from way up there and we're just going down, down, down to that river. That was a long downhill. How do you feel?
Yeah, that sucked.
It seriously sucked.
The green grass tried to trip you and the yellow grass made you slide.
Now we have to go that way. Oh. Good morning. It is day 4. I had to think about that for a second. It's day 4 on our 5 passes circuit. Last night we slept in the shelter of those big rocks just there, and now we're just getting going, heading off downriver. I think it's about 10 k's until we might hit some track, and then more downriver, downriver. Fairly easy day today. Not sure how dense the vegetation will be, but none of the big hills or passes like we've had in the past few days. So looking forward to that. The day will finish up with a track around a lake and then a bit of a road walk back to the van. we're just walking the last few kilometres to the Sylvan Road end. From here we will walk down the road towards the Rootburn shelter, which is where we left the van. It's been a pretty big day today. I think we've ended up pretty much doing half the track today, but definitely the easiest half of the track. Lots of following bait lines and a bit of following just the grasslands at the side of the trail. And now we're on this, which is very well formed, and this is taking us all the way to the road end, and then from there it's just gravel road. It's been a pretty good trip, pretty tough, a lot of route finding involved. This time it was kind of, there wasn't meant to be a trail there, and then there was sort of a trail there, and trying to find the half trail and things like that really can get quite time consuming. A lot of the above the bush line alpine stuff up around Fiery Coal yesterday, that was really cool. I wish we could just kind of teleport up to those areas and do all of that bit without having to do all of the access stuff that we're doing now, but that's not the case. I think for the next trip out we'll aim for a well-formed track, easy to navigate, no route finding, maybe a little bit bigger distances, but easier walking overall. For now, just less than 20 minutes back to the road end, and then our road walk.